afternoon and welcome to another day on Cornwall Pocket Farm. Today I thought we would do a ginger reveal, and also have some turmeric down here. So this has been growing outside and just doing its own thing all through the summer. I then brought it in here and now it's well and truly died off. And about now, it's the middle of winter, just past the winter solstice, and now is when I harvest it, so never really know what we've got under here, so it's all a bit exciting. Last year we got a really nice haul, so we'll see what we get this year. And generally I pull it all out, and then the best pieces, some of the smaller best pieces, I will replant in this pot, and then I just leave it in the conservatory, keep it sort of a little bit moist, not wet, so that because if it's wet it'll rot, and not bone dry, but just every now and again I give it a little bit of water. And then when it gets sort of warm enough into spring, it'll just come away again and it'll start growing. And when it starts growing and it gets warm enough outside, I'll just put it outside, water it through the summer as normal, and pretty much ignore it, to be honest. And then, as I said, it's the easiest care plant, and generally it gives us pretty much enough ginger for the whole year. So what we do is we harvest the ginger, wash it, and then chop it into smallish sort of thumb-sized pieces, and then just put it in the freezer. And then when we're cooking, you can just basically take out frozen ginger, little pieces, and just grate it into whatever you need. And so and this is much hotter. I mean, when if we ever get shop bought ginger, it has hardly any flavour and it's really mild. This stuff really packs a punch, so so you don't need that much of it. Anyway, let's have a little look at what we've got in the pot. Thought I'd bring you in a little bit so you could see what we've actually got. Okay, so there's a bit of rubbish there. That's the marker. Ginger, oh, it's got a spider. Ginger. Well, we can see there's definitely a piece there. Definitely a big piece there. Let's see what we've got otherwise. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need something to put this soil in, I think. Hang on a minute, I've got something down here. Just use this pot here. If I can move to the side, you'll be able to see still. Right. Okay, let's bring it pretty. Ooh, look! Oh, the smell! You probably can't see me. The smell is amazing. It's lovely. What a lovely smell! Now. It's quite difficult to get it out. There's obviously something there. It's quite it's not, you don't need very deep pot. This pot is actually deeper than you need. It's just that this is the pot I have. I do have some shallower pots. I could put them in those next year, but this is what I've got. Oh, the table's a bit wobbly, so it does not want to come out. It's well and truly embedded in this pot. This could take some excavation. And that's all it down there too. Okay. Oh, big. It won't even budge. Oh, looks like a big root. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, all right. There's one piece. Some nice roots. Put that, oh, the smell, amazing. There's another piece. Oh, that bit came off. More bits there. It is not letting go. It is not letting go easily. There we go. Oh, now we got it. Ginger itself is actually, this ginger plant is invasive in New Zealand, so that's why I grow it in a pot, because obviously you wouldn't want it in your garden, because, well, we wouldn't want it in our garden because it would just take over. It would just take over and just become a nuisance. But in a pot, you just get some really lovely harvests. Right. I've got there roots. I don't want the roots. Well, this is certainly better than the kumara harvest I did the other day. Yeah, that wasn't really in long enough. That's a stone. Obviously from the bottom of the pot, I would say. I'll probably put some new compost in here as well when I get it going. Set it off again. Or at least enrich it with a little bit of potentially some worm castings or something like that. And I think that's it. As I say, they're fairly shallow rooted, so well, the roots go down, but the tubers generally sit at the top. No, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is my ginger harvest. I don't know if you can see this. This is my ginger harvest for 2022. So that's not bad. That will do for a small pot with very little care. Okay, so this is my turmeric. Now, the turmeric last year didn't do that well. We didn't get many pieces of it at all. And I'm wondering whether I need to leave it in for 2 years. But anyway, I'm going to harvest again this year and see what I get. And then if it isn't very much, what I'll probably do is just leave it for 2 years next year. Anyway, this is turmeric. This seems to be a little bit more attached. Got some scissors somewhere. There we go. Oh. Yeah, you might have noticed that I'm surrounded by loofahs. The loofah harvest came in and there are masses, and a couple of them had started to rot on Crystal Palace, so I decided that it was time to bring them all in. So I've got a whole range at different stages. There's a whole bunch up there that are dry. This one is pretty much dry. Some of them are halfway through drying, and some of them are really green. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to go, but anyway, we will see. This one, I think when they're really dry, you can hear them. They basically rattle. But whether the green ones will dry, I'm not sure. So anyway, please excuse my huge amount of loofahs that are surrounding me. Yeah, that one, I think that one might be rotten. I'm not quite sure. It's the first time I've ever grown them, so we'll have to see how they go. Anyway, back to the turmeric. These scissors aren't the best, to be honest. It might take a bit to get this off. Because this is not quite as dry as the ginger was, but enough to harvest. Bits are, yeah, just dry. Some are a bit more damp. Yep. Right. Okay, let's see. So this is the turmeric. Can you see that? Okay, this is the turmeric. Smells more turmeric-y. As I say, I'm not sure what I'm going to get. It wasn't that great last year. A bit of an experiment last year. Could bring you in again, couldn't I? Although there might be nothing to see, but I'll just bring you in so you can see more closely what I might reveal. Okay, that's better. Hopefully you should be able to see a bit better now. Right, what's in here? Some roots. So it's quite dry because I've not washed it for a while now. Oh, a little moist actually. I might have to bring you back once I've got underneath because this could take a while, or you'll be very fast in a minute and you'll just see it when I actually get some movement. Oh, there's a piece. We're coming out piece by piece. The whole pot wants to come out together. Okay. Okay, I'll do it this way then. Bit of something there. So yeah, this is the odd thing about turmeric. I never know which. I think it's these orange bits which are the fruit bits that you take, but then there seem to be these other pieces which don't look like turmeric. So yeah, it's a mystery turmeric to me. I haven't really figured it out. But anyway. So yeah, they seem to have these little orange fruits on them. They're not hugely big. that I think is, this is the orange pieces of the turmeric that you eat. But then it has this sort of plant top. So what I did last year was I took the turmeric tubers off and then replanted this top piece. So I think I'll do that again. That seems to be the way to go, I think. And then they also seem to have these funny, well, I don't know, extra sort of pointy pieces that come off them. I should probably watch a video and watch somebody who knows what they're talking about, really, and then find out what it's all about. Right, so there's some more turmeric pieces on there, but they're a little harder to sort of harvest than the ginger. So that seems to be another sort of plant there with the turmeric tubers on. Yeah, so I'm not taking the roots off here because I think I'll put the little plants, take off the tubers and then put the little plants back with their weird alien satellite pieces. There's another bit that fell off. So it's not as, and there's another bit, but that, yeah, now that's an example, classic example there of, that doesn't look like turmeric to me. It's sort of brown and a bit weird looking. I'll put that one back in, I think. Right, oh, that's the stone from the bottom, again. And I'm pretty sure that that's it. But I'll have to clean I'll have to clean this harvest up before you can see it properly. Because as I say, there's you can't really see the tubers at this point. To see how much. I've got more than last year, let's say that. So that's good. So whatever I did last year, I will probably do again. And just put these pieces back, and then hopefully they can grow on for next year. We do the same with these, by the way. We basically clean them up and then freeze them the same as the ginger. Okay, so that's it. That's the ginger harvest all washed, and I just need to chop them up into smaller pieces for the freezer now. And similarly, there's the turmeric harvest. So yeah, really pleased with that. The turmeric harvest was much better than last year, so I think probably annually is fine. Yeah, for a couple of small pots that really weren't doing anything else and just sit outside during the summer, that's not bad. And I just thought I'd do an update on George. So this is George, the sugar baby melon for the Transatlantic Melon Challenge. Look at the size of that. Well, it looks pretty big, but actually it's, if I put my hand here, it's, yeah. It's a small plant, but you know, perfectly formed and going for it. It's got proper leaves. It looks really happy and healthy. It quite likes its little snug, fluffy jacket, so I'm leaving it with that. But yeah, quite pleased about that.